there's no way, I don't know how to set this to the YouTube. On Facebook, you just go, you just go here to settings and stream, and you put in the code for it right there, but it already says, when you say show, or see it's YouTube, you say okay, but YouTube just keeps doing that. So let's try losing that. Damn. What's opening that for you?
Have you knocked on the door?
Yeah.
It's not like you don't know you have a show.
YouTube. And then you go to your channel, which is right here. My channel. YouTube Studio Beta. Yeah, but it's not showing anything. So are we live now?
Yeah. But now I think you're watching your previous stuff.
Mm-hmm. Can you guys hear me? I have a split personality. Hey, can you guys hear me? Let me know. Yes, I guess we're live. Cassandra Britton says question mark. Why? Why a question mark, Cassandra? Can you not hear me?
You might have to open up the OBS.
It is open.
And, so that you can see yourself when you do it that way. Can you like minimize it and then have the YouTube onto the side so you can read the chat?
That's the best minimizer. Yeah.
You should drag it over. Right, do it like that.
Oh, we have audio. It's making me need to use the bathroom because Michelle had the water on. All right, cool. So you guys can see me. Thank you, buddy. Our producer wasn't here today, so I had to do everything myself. And I've never went live on YouTube, so I was just kind of pushing buttons and hoping something worked, and it did. Hi, Lynn. Welcome. Hey. So you guys can see me, hear me, everything, right? All is good. Y'all let me know. Is everything good? Video, audio, everything's good. I hope so.
Well, they're gonna let you know if it's not. They always
John
do.
says good. He gives me a thumbs up. Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad. Thank you, John. Thanks so much. Like I said, I've never done this before. This is only our second show on YouTube. And I was late, as y'all remember last week, so he already had everything set up. So I didn't know if I had it right or not. So if 5 people watching, y'all share for me if you would. And if you haven't hit that like button and the subscribe button, please do so. And right after you hit subscribe, please hit the bell for notifications. That way you'll know when CAPI goes live every week. It'll remind you. So we can keep this thing going. We're going to start the show out tonight by displaying a few of our merch products. Michelle's getting them ready right now. We got some really cool new merch in. Remember, merch pays for the show. It not only does it pay for the show, but it also pays for equipment and the set and everything. I've got so much stuff I want to get done on this channel that and it all takes money to do it. So we got to get the merch happening so that we can get the funds to make this what I want it to be. All right. So the first merch we have displayed tonight is the coffee cup. Y'all remember this one, right? We have a new one too. We're going to show you in just a second. This is a big one, really big one, and it says CAPI on it, just like all of our merch. Some of our merch says CAPI, some of it says Central Alabama Paranormal Investigations, some of it says both. I'm wearing the hoodie tonight, as y'all can see. Y'all see the hoodie? It says CAPI on it. On the back it says Central Alabama Paranormal Investigations. It does have the hoodie. Yeah, buddy. So now you can put your hands up. I'm just kidding. But the hoodies are super soft, super comfortable. So you guys kind of jump into that. Yeah, you're getting other stuff. We have the small tumblers with CAPI on it. You'll see those. These are the small ones with the lids, the straw holes. Really nice. Good for if you're just want some coffee in the morning on your way to work. There's your best bet right there. Some good stuff. We have new merch. I know y'all have seen those. We have some new merch coming right now that we're going to show you guys. I'm
posted on Facebook.
Just the stuff that's it's already posted on Facebook. But now we have it live to show you. Here's the big tumblers, and it says CAPI, and then in the middle of it says Central Alabama Paranormal Investigations. I kind of like that design. On the cup, it's not really great. I agree, but on the tag and the shirts, this actually looks really cool. But I like it on, you know, some people might like it on this too. So it is the right-handed one, so you can still see it and everything. It also has the lid, and it has the where you can open and close the straw and air holes. So I really like that. So you put the straw in and you have an air hose, so you don't have bubbles when you don't have an air hole. So it's got that. It's got the slider on it. These are really nice and very durable cups. There's a taller one that has the sipper on it. Just pop that back like that. And you have the sip hole. And whenever you're not drinking it, so you don't want it to spill, you just flip it back over. So these are awesome cups here. I really, really like these. And it's got the pop top on it as well. Oh, it's a screw top. That's why it wouldn't come off. That's pretty cool. You know it won't come out. It's a screw top. What else we got? We got the really big, I'm having an avalanche. We've got the big, big tumbler. I really like that one. And I like it's got the sound waves on it. You'll see that for EVPs. That's pretty cool. And it also has the slider on it as well with the pop top lid. So you can
it's listed as a jug on the
listed as a jug. So you can close it so it doesn't spill out, open it so you can sip it. All right. What else we got? Y'all, we got new mugs, new coffee mugs. These are my favorite mugs so far. These coffee mugs are really, really awesome. I really like them. It's got the CAPI on there with the, it's the new CAPI logo basically. It's CAPI with the sound waves for the EVPs. I really like those. And it's a wide rim cup. And they are good cups too. These are mainstays. So they're the good solid ceramics. I love these new mainstays. These are awesome cups. And we have the new tags. This has got the CAPI with the Central Alabama Paranormal Investigations in the middle of it. No car should be without one. If you really want to show your appreciation and your fandom for CAPI, here it is. The CAPI.
we can do car decals.
Yeah, and we can do the car decals as well.
And
so
magnets.
stick-ons, whatever you want, vinyls. We can do them all. We have 2 new mouse pads. Here's the first mouse pad. It's got that coarse feel to it, real soft. It's 2 millimeter thickness. It's a 200 millimeter by 230 millimeter jersey surface, non-slip neoprene base, and rubber material bottom, so it doesn't slip on you. It's got that gription, the non-slip rubber bottom, and it's got CAPI, and it's the wide one. Now, if you're like me and you need that extra little support, I always like to have these guys here because it's got the wrist pad for you. So, you know, when you're doing it, you've got that to hold your wrist up. So anybody that's ever had carpal tunnel syndrome knows what I mean. It's nice to have that little pad there for your wrist. So it's really nice. This is a memory foam padding, so it remembers. Yes, it's memory foam mouse pad. It's all cool. It's a soft cushion for maximum comfort and support, non-slip rubber back, and suitable for optical and laser mice. So you can use the laser and the optical mice on this board. So on this pad. So I really like those. We have, for the people that like a little something to drink every now and then.
Yeah, you can use them for water bottles
And
too.
you can use them for water bottles. We don't have any bottles, do we? You can use them for water bottles. You can use them for beer cans, beer bottles, whatever you want to use them for. We have the cozies. Aren't these cool? The CAPI cozies. And it says Central Alabama Paranormal Investigations. We also have them that says CAPI, just straight up CAPI. We have them with the new logo, CAPI with the sound waves. And these guys, we've got a bunch of these, so we need to sell out of these. We need to get rid of them. So we got a whole bunch of these. Oh yeah, this is cool. If you got your CAPI T-shirt or your CAPI hoodie, you got to have your CAPI beanie too. No one should be without a beanie. So now if you're really cold, because it's been cold here lately, you got your beanie, you got your hoodie, keep you extra. There you go. I'll do the rest of the show just like this, guys.
I like the shirt.
Just like this. Can y'all see me?
I like these shirts.
Yeah, these beanies are really, really nice. I love them. These they go really great with the t-shirts and the hoodies.
We have new shirts.
And we have the new shirts in as well.
Big one.
It's got the big CAPI on the front. I really like that, the way it shines like that. It's been the big font. And on the back, of course, just like all of them, it has
It's centered.
the centered, which I like better, Central Alabama Paranormal Investigations. So I really like those. Aren't those cool? Is that it?
I think so.
So, here's what we're going to do on the merch. Didn't you send me a price list?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shoot you guys some prices real quick. That comment, John, I see what you just texted. That comment was not geared towards you. It was geared towards everybody else because you're one of the first. Trust me.
What comment?
It's just something he said. I'll tell you later.
Oh.
Let's see. You sent that to me, didn't you? Oh, here it is. All right. Are all the mouse pads the same price?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
That money right there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, mouse pads. Remember, we have the big ones that we had earlier. I don't have one handy, but y'all know what it looks like. It's on the page. And we have the new squared ones, and we have with a non-slip rubber backing, and it's the thick ones, 2 millimeters thick. It's the real thick ones. And we also have the one with the wrist pad on it, memory foam wrist pad. All mouse pads are $10. All mouse pads are $10. All right.
Car decals, 7.
Car tags.
7.
Car tags are
Oh,
$7.
no, 10.
Car tags are $10 as well,
The decals are 7.
and the decals are $7. All right, and we can do the decals in whatever style y'all want. If you want it like this, we can do it like this. We can do it in the new CAPI logo, like this.
Just the letters.
Just the CAPI letters. Yeah, we can do it all. And all those are $7. The big tumblers are jugs with the new CAPI
13.
logo on it are $13. Really good price for these with that slider. I love these things. I'm going to use this in my when I'm working because I drive a lot. My favorite new coffee mugs with the waves are $8. $8, y'all. $8. What? For these. Can you believe that? And look, it is the mainstay. It is the good kind. It's no cheap stuff for CAPI. It's the wide brim. That's what I really love about it. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to have myself a cup of cappuccino in a few minutes. And a cappuccino this big. Can y'all imagine? I'm going to be wired. All right.
Koozies are $6.
These are? The koozies are $6 each. These are $6 each. Wow, I thought they were going to be more than that. Awesome. Yeah, $6 each. So remember, we can put any design on there that you want. All right, any of the different CAPI designs, even the original design, we can put them on there too. We can put the green original on there as well.
Those tumblers are 12.
These are 12. The medium tumblers with the sip, the flip sip. It flips back and locks so you can sip, and it flips back in and locks so you don't sip. So you don't spill.
The stainless steel ones. The stainless steel ones are 13.
Yeah, and the stainless steel tumblers that we have that we can do are $13. So if y'all want that durability too,
Like
the
cups.
big slider mugs are how much?
Those are the jugs. The jugs are 13.
$13 for the big ones. And are these the same as those other ones?
That's a small tumbler.
Small tumblers are
that one is 11.
$11. All right. And guys, these prices are crazy.
Yes, you're like
super cheap. You're standing right next to the mic, so they hear everything you say.
Oh.
I don't have to repeat it. They hear you just fine. I promise you.
The t-shirts are 15 for small to large, and the extra large and up is 17. We can
Y'all
also
hearing this?
do long sleeve shirts. The small to large is 20, and the extra large and up is 22. And then the hoodies for the small to large are 25, and then the extra large and up is 30.
Yeah, John, we can do flask. I can do flask.
Yeah.
The price on the flask, the real flask, is $20.
You can pretty much monogram anything you want.
So you guys.
And
So.
if y'all order tonight, I will do free shipping. And that's only for the show. You have to order during the show.
Order during the show, no shipping. Wow. Shipping is free if you order tonight during the show. So just send me a John says my Michelle. His wife's name is Michelle too. His name is John. I'm Johnny. His wife is Michelle, and you're Michelle. He says my Michelle says hello to you and Paramama.
Hello.
They have nicknamed you Paramama.
Paramama.
Yep. Y'all even know what Paramama looks like?
Oh God.
You need to come around here and let them see what Paramama looks like. Come around here and introduce yourself. This is Paramama, y'all.
They can see a
Oh,
picture of me on Facebook.
She's fixing her hair. Hold on, she's got to look in the mirror. And
Well,
fix
I
her
got
hair.
animal.
I didn't fix my hair before I went on.
I got animal feeding hair.
I didn't fix my hair before I went on.
I can't see me.
You'll be there in a second. There you are.
Hello.
That's what Paramama looks like. All right. Hey y'all, if you want some merch and you've been wanting it, tonight's the night to get it. No shipping. All shipping is free, no matter where you're at. So, hey. Everybody's saying, hey Paramama. She said, hey. Y'all probably heard her. But that's the merch, y'all. The merch. And what we're also going to do is anybody that buys merch, I've seen this done on YouTube, and I think it really is really cool. Anybody that buys merch is going to get a personal shout out from me. All right? I'm going to say your name and location, probably. Your name and city. And give you a big thank you. A big shout out from Johnny on air if you buy merch. So we're going to do that from now on. But yeah, y'all get that merch, guys. Y'all see where we're at. I mean, this is a nice room. It's a good room. It's our salon that we built in the house. It's actually in our house. It's Michelle's beauty salon that we built in our home. And it's a nice room, and it's cool. We do our CAPI show here every night. There he goes. We do a CAPI show here every Sunday night. But what we want is a set. All right, I want cool graphics in the background. I want a show where we can do a show in front of an English castle, or we can do a show in front of haunted cemetery or something like that. Something, fitting for the show. And we're gonna make that happen. And the way we make that happen is we make it happen by selling merch. CAPI doesn't make any money off of what we do. We spend a lot of money to do what we do, but we don't make any money off what we do because I never charge for investigations. Any team out there that charges for investigations is no team. All right, they're junk. They're what's wrong with the paranormal today. So stay away from any investigative team, any paranormal investigation team that wants money to investigate. We try our best not to pay money to investigate. And we never charge money to investigate, ever, 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 ever. Never, ever, ever, ever do we charge for our investigations. All right. Y'all, I'm eating on air again. Y'all go get you some orange chicken tonight. It was pizza rolls last week. Now it's orange chicken. Y'all get you some. Really good. All right. Casper, get out from there. Casper, my cat, being silly. All right. Y'all make sure to share. Hit that like button. If you haven't hit the like button tonight, hit the like button. Share for me. Hit that subscribe button. And the notification bell for me. That way you'll know when we're on. I don't know where everybody is.
I have one like this and one like this that's sewed. This one's sewed on, and then we have this one.
Yeah, get down. Come on, Casper. Be nice. Here's that other tag, guys, that just says CAPI on it without the Central Paranormal Investigations in the middle. I kind of like this one better. It's my favorite because it just says CAPI and it's in bold and you can see it really well. So I kind of like it, but that's just my opinion. But I like this one better. All right, and they are $10.
Yes.
$10 for the car tags for both of them. This is the other beanie that we have. This is also my favorite. Instead of vinyl, it's actually embroidered on there. Can y'all see? CAPI. There we go. It's actually sewed in. It's embroidered onto the beanie. I really like that one.
That one's 10.
And these are $10.
Sewed on ones.
Yeah, the embroidered ones are 10, and the other ones are 8 or 9. $9. Sorry. Yeah, we didn't say that earlier, did we? The other beanies that are vinyl are $9, and the embroidered ones, these are $10. All right, which these are my favorite because it's sewed in there. You don't have to worry about it. So I really like that one. Where'd you get that one?
These are the ones that we did.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we had any embroidered. That's pretty cool.
That's the first ones you got.
Yeah. All right. Let me see how we can find out who all's watching. share. I'm still learning this whole YouTube thing. One of these days I'll get it. But yeah, you guys do me a favor and share and let everybody know that we're on. Because we have a lot of people that are not on, that are usually on tonight. I'm going to share the show to Facebook. There we go. All right. Now, when I talked about what I when I thought about what we were going to talk about tonight, I had a bunch of, a whole lot of people tell me what what they'd like to hear about on the show, and I went over and it was different things like skinwalkers and where do spirits go if they're if you do a cleansing. There was a whole bunch of things that people wanted to talk about as far as paranormal goes. The new AI craze that's going on. The Skinwalkers was a really interesting one because it plays into so many different levels. If you guys don't know about Skinwalkers, there's different ideas and beliefs and I guess you'd say ideology on skinwalkers. You have the Native American skinwalker, which was thought of being as a shaman or a medicine man. Ufology skinwalkers were thought of as being extraterrestrials, but they looked like humans. They blended in. And if you don't believe in that kind of thing, watch that big award. What's coming up? The Grammys, I think, is coming up. Watch that and look at some of the stars. Some of them got to be aliens. Y'all know they got to be aliens. Seriously, got to be. Paranormal skinwalkers were basically shapeshifters. They could turn themselves into pretty much anything. When they were first talked about in the early 19th century, they were thought of as being wolves. They could change themselves into wolves. And then I think birds, different types of birds came through, where people started believing that they could be eagles and hawks and ravens, of course. And then later on, as it grew as a legend, they said that they could be anything they wanted to be. So, I guess it's just the way you look at it. So you guys tell me, what do we want to talk about tonight? I'll get back to the chats. I can't see what you guys are saying. Let me see if I can go on here. I didn't see your question earlier, Michelle, where you asked what I was eating tonight. It's orange chicken, Chinese. Hi, Zion. I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier. John says, I wear my hoodie everywhere. That's awesome. I wear mine a lot, too. What do you guys want to talk about? I can't see the freaking comments. Hold on. Okay, let's see. There we go. I got it. You look like Ghetto Johnny. When I was wearing the hoodie and the beanie, may want to turn up my mic a little. Let me see. I think it's all the way up, actually. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can y'all hear me? Maybe I can bring it a little closer. Is that better? Can you hear me better now? Yes, you're right, John, but who called them that? You can't just say Native American. Which ones? What tribe really got into the shamans or skinwalkers? Very good. I thought I'd got you. I thought for sure I got you on that one. Somebody's been doing their research. That's right, the Navajo. I'm gonna keep this down here so I can still see it. And they did. They thought of them, but the Native Americans were very intelligent people, but they were also very, very superstitious people, especially the Navajo and the Cherokee. Super superstitious people. If someone in the tribe, there was, sorry, there was probably a bunch of things that happened, you know, like low blood sugars or high blood sugars that that would happen in the tribe, or someone just gets sick, you know, get a cold or the flu. One of the elders would come in and give them some herbs and berries and keep them warm, and you know, put them in a heat tent, and they call them a sweat tent. And they would they'd get better. Well, all of a sudden, that person was a shaman or a medicine man or a skinwalker, and their legends from those guys went just like ballistic. They just went way out there. You know, they would have people talk about how they were be sitting on a mountain waiting for someone to need them, and then they'd get bored and turn into an eagle and fly off, or they'd get bored and turn into a wolf and go hunt for food and stuff like that, you know, because they were legends and they were revered and everything. So people really, the legends on them just got really, really crazy out there. So and we picked up a lot of that stuff as well. So, and we ran with it too. And that's how a lot of the legends, especially in the paranormal, get started. Because everybody knows that all you have to do is have one kid in school on their way to walking home from school, you know, turn to their buddy and say, the house is haunted. Within 2 weeks, that house is going to be not only haunted, but it's going to be the tragic scene of a murder years before. Kids went missing if they, you know, went into the yard for a ball. Y'all know, all kinds of stuff. If that little old man or little old lady that lives in the house has a dog, the dog would kill people. They would just go crazy with it. And that's a lot of stuff in the paranormal, which is the reason why we started CAPI, you know, not just to investigate, but to give out the real paranormal, to get rid of all those disbeliefs or innuendos and, you know, old wives' tales and stuff. It gets me every time whenever we, I thought I was going to say something. Every time whenever we talk about going on an investigation or doing a live event or anything like that, and the fans are on and they talk about it, and they're like, there's always at least one or two people on there that say, oh, I'm not going to do that, don't get me involved in that, or I'm coming but I want to stay with Johnny, or I want to stay with Corey, you know, I'm not going to leave this area, I don't want to do anything by myself or anything because I'd just be too scared. And we also have people on here, you know, part of our fan base that have actually said before that they didn't want to do it because they would just be too scared. And that's because of Hollywood and all the innuendos and the legends out there about the paranormal. There's nothing scary about investigating the paranormal. There's really not. There's nothing scary about it. Maybe I'm not the best person to ask about it because I'm not scared by it. I'm intrigued. But yes, absolutely. I just saw that, John. Thank you. Absolutely, you guys. For you guys watching, y'all hit the chat bubble in the middle of the toolbar and join in on the chat. Absolutely, please do, and ask any question that you want to ask. Any paranormal questions you guys want to ask, just ask away. That's why we do the show. Tonight, there's a lot of people not on. I don't know why. A lot of our regulars aren't here. So you guys, please share. It won't allow me to share for some reason. I wonder if I can share on here. But that's how a lot of people become afraid of the paranormal, because they go by what Hollywood says about it. You know, they go by what their friends say about it, or what that latest show said about it. And you can't go by that. You have to go by what's real, and what's real is, promise you, there's nothing scary. I mean, we're in the dark a lot, but that's just because we want to be able to focus. But it's not scary doing it. As a matter of fact, a lot of times doing the paranormal is kind of boring. It's always, you're usually just in a room talking to yourself. So I'm gonna try to share this on Facebook real quick, you guys. see if I can share the link. Can I do that? Alright, that's enough. Let's get on with the show. So, nobody's saying anything. Am I still on? Am I still alive? Do y'all still see me? Y'all talk to me, man. Talk to me, man. I don't know if you're there. Say something. I'm waving up on you. Glad I'm not a singer for a living, right? Oftentimes when there was a death in the home, no one would live in that home till a shaman came to cleanse the house of spirits. Yeah, absolutely. You're right, John. And it's silly. You know, a lot of those crazy little things that they thought of and beliefs and all that stuff was pure silly. But you know, people believe what they believe, and I cannot get the there it goes. All right. And that's why we want to do this. That's why we want to get CAPI out there. That's why we want to, you know, every chance I get to get the CAPI name out, it's not so that we can sell merch or get more views on YouTube or Facebook. It's because I want the real paranormal to be out there. You know, I want it to exist. I want people to know what paranormal really is, not what the television tells you it is. Right? I don't want everyone to still be clouded about what paranormal is, you know, and what ghost hunting is, and spirit investigations. And I mean, I want people to know the truth, and that's why I do this. It's not what Hollywood says it is. It's not what television says it is. It's not what the media says it is. Y'all know, for you know, the people that's been here with us for a while know that we've been offered spots on television and radio, and the only way we'll do it is if I can do it my way. I'm not going to do it any other way. That could have made a lot of money, you know, for the show. I mean, for the CAPI, because we didn't have a show then, but for CAPI and for me, of course. But that's not what I'm in this for. I'm not in this to make money. My books that I'm writing, I'm not doing that to make money off of them, because I'm sure they won't, because paranormal books are a dime a dozen. But I'm doing it because, yeah, I remember we had the gentleman on, oh shoot, I cannot remember his name now. Help me out, John. What was that guy's name? Who was the guy we had on not long ago as a guest? It didn't turn out, he wasn't scheduled as a guest, but he turned out to be a guest. Remember? Kyle Cobb, that was it. He's a paranormal author and investigator, and he goes into a lot of places. He's self-proclaimed demonologist, you know, all that stuff where he goes in. He doesn't necessarily investigate. He goes in with teams to help them out and stuff like that, which I don't know how that would work. Oh, thank you. Hey, you do not know how crazy it was trying to figure this out. Well, it's not your fault. I mean, because last week you got it set up because I was late. Watch out. But yeah, I finally got it though. But
oh, did John tell you? Michael Bowen tell you?
What about him? Tell me what?
Well, I don't want to give it away.
Huh?
I don't want to give it away.
Okay.
It's good news.
Okay. John, you got to text me what Corey's talking about. That was Corey, our producer, y'all. He just came in to tell me he was sorry, to give me some cake and tell me he was sorry that he wasn't here to do this. But he was, it wasn't his fault. It was mine. But John, you've got to text me or tell me on here what he's talking about. He said he asked me if you told me, and I was like, tell you what, tell me what. And he's like, I'm not gonna spoil it for him. It's good news. He'll tell you. So. All right, they believe that when they die, all the good in the person went on to the next world, but the evil stayed here in the form of what they call it. Yeah. And I don't want to. I'm sorry, y'all. My hands are itching, but I'm gonna get some money. The same stuff I was talking to you about the convention. Is that what you're talking about, Jim? But I don't want to sit here and crap all over Native American beliefs, because who's to say? You know what I mean? That's their religion and their beliefs. But there's also some beliefs that when someone dies, you have to eat. I don't want to get people sick, but you would eat they would put the little worms that starts with an M. I don't want to make anybody sick, but there's a form of cannibalism, and the reason it's done is so that the spirit and knowledge of that person. Yeah, thank you, John. He wrote it for me, so I didn't have to say it. Okay, that's what he's talking about. Yeah, he's excited about it too, I guess. Yeah, but we're going to talk about that before we get off, John. So don't remind me. If I start saying it's time to go and I haven't said anything about it, tell me to talk about it. But anyway, I'll go ahead and say it. He said it, but they would open the brains, the skull of the body, and of the deceased person, and as it would decompose, maggots would form. They didn't actually eat the brains of the person. They would eat the maggots that were feeding on the brains of the person, of the body. And they felt that doing that would transfer their spirit and their knowledge and their being into them, so that it may live on after the person has passed. To me, I don't want to sit here, and like I said, I don't want to sit here on anybody's religion or beliefs or anything like that, and and crap on it. But I mean, that's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It's very disturbing. But that's just because my beliefs aren't that, So I don't want to, be the person that says, that's wrong. I'm never going to do it. I don't know anybody that's in my circle that I know, my family, friends, acquaintances, or anybody that I feel that is so smart that I need to eat maggots out of their brains so that I can continue, so that I can obtain their knowledge. I don't know anybody like that. So, and I've known some pretty intelligent people in the paranormal and that knew a heck of a lot more than I'll ever know. Professor Ranowski has forgotten, rest his soul, but he had forgotten before he passed away. He forgot more than I'll ever learn. I mean, he was amazing in this field. So, I mean, it never occurred to me, never dawned on me whatsoever that, hey, this guy's really smart in the paranormal. Maybe I should eat some of his brains so that I can, become smart like him. It never once popped in my head to do that. So I don't know what mindset you have to be in to do that. But that's their thing, So I'll never crap on someone's beliefs when it comes to religion or something like that. There's some Baptists out there that there's still some around today that believe that they can take up serpents. They take some, certain literature literally and believe that they can take up serpents and in the form of moccasins and rattlesnakes, and because they have faith that they will not be harmed. Doesn't work that way. Scripture also says, do not tempt the Lord thy God. So there you go. Understanding other faiths helps to understand the people you may deal with during an investigation. Yeah, yeah, it really does. You know, I think that's the biggest reason why religion is a big part of parapsychology. Um, is because understanding those different faiths and different beliefs and religious sects and stuff like that is it's paramount in doing an effective investigation, because you do investigations with so many different people and so many different beliefs and so many different religions. You know, I mean, I've had people want to talk to me about what types of equipment we use, or what are we going to do during the investigation. And you're not going to bring any dowsing rods, crystals, or cards in my house, are you? You're not going to juggle or shuffle chicken legs and hawkeyes and stuff like that on my table, are you? And stuff, you know, I mean, it's crazy things because of what they've heard about the paranormal. And that's my whole big thing right there, is what they've heard about it and what they've perceived the paranormal to be because of what they've been told by the media, by television, by movies, and it sickens me that that's the norm. You know, that's what people believe, and it's horrible that they believe stuff like that, because it's not true. That's why I want to bring out the paranormal. That's why CAPI Live exists. That's why CAPI in general exists, is because I want people to know the real paranormal. We do our class, our paranormal class. We don't just do the class so that people can become investigators. I hope every time I do a class, my biggest goal is for everyone in that class to start a team and to go out and start investigating, or to join my team and start investigating. That's what I want people to do, because I want them to know what it is, how to do it, how to investigate, the real way to investigate the paranormal. What works and what don't work. That's what I want. Hey, Katie, finally she's here. Zach to be no, I do not want Zach to be the ambassador of the paranormal to the world. 100% no. Hey, Katie, I'm here too. John's not the only one here. I'm here too, believe it or not. But if we as a team do our classes, our investigations, our live shows, our way we portray the paranormal, if we do it in a way that shows others what the real paranormal is, then that's my goal. We all know I'm the only one that's really here. Obviously you are. Yep. So I can barely hear you. Hey, Donna. Donna's here. Everybody's coming in late. Got the headphones on max. Is my volume still way down, guys? Katie's not going to say hey to me, I guess. She's saying hey to everybody, but not to me. I'm sorry, Katie. Why are you here if you don't want to be, if you don't like me? That's crazy. It's way down, really? I mean, the mic is like right next to me. Let me see what we can do. Boom, 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 boom. That's right, John. I like that. Donna is the norm of our little cheers group. When she comes in, everybody says, "Hey, Donna." That's what we need to do, you guys. When she comes in, every time she comes in, say, "Donna." She's our norm. That's too funny. Little cheers reference. All right, let's see. Desktop audio device disabled. Auxiliary delay.
about that? Is that better? Y'all let me know. It just said it on my phone. Much better. Awesome. Cool. I just put it up to high def. It wasn't on high def already for some reason. Oh, Donna, I'm so sorry. Donna says her uncle in Panama City just died. I'm so sorry. If he was your uncle, he's probably on up there, so he lived a long time, huh? I am so sorry, Donna. That's sad. Y'all, everybody, let's pray for Donna and her family. That's always horrible. So sorry to hear that, Donna. Prayers. Yes, thank you, Katie. Prayers to your family, Donna. The. Oh, she was trying to say thank you. It came out the. Well, how's everybody been doing? Now that everybody's starting to come in here, where's Tom? Someone invite Tom. See if he's having trouble getting on or something. I haven't seen Tom tonight. Or Cassandra. I invited Cassandra. I invited Tom too, I thought. I sent them to the I sent them the link so that they could get on. I haven't seen either one of them. Actually, I think Cassandra was doing a live video tonight. I think she was doing one on her channel. Not channel, but her Facebook. Yes, Donna, absolutely. Thank you, John. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, let's see why he's not on. All right, I can get rid of this now that I've fixed the sound problem. Y'all, I fixed the sound problem without calling the producer. Hello? That's pretty freaking amazing. I never fix stuff like that. I've been watching him. That's what it is. Yeah, you guys, Donna's daughter-in-law needs to have a tumor removed from her neck. Last I heard, they were still waiting to see if it was cancerous. But the surgery is like a lot of money, like 5 figures. So they're trying to raise money for doctor's appointments and scans and tests and all that stuff. So I told Donna that she can post. She's going to post, I guess, a link. Excuse me, a link to the page. Thank you, John. I did it all by myself. But she's going to post a link to the page. That way she can try to get some, if you guys, anybody that can, help them out. I plan to. I'm not in a position where I can right now. We just had a huge expense that we had to pay. So, but I am Donna, to let you know, I am 100% going to help out with that because you're part of the CAPI family. So, oh, it's asking me. That's pretty cool. It's asking me, can I do this? That's pretty cool. When she posted it, it asked me if it was okay to show it. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know it did that. So that's all right. So people can't do that without my permission. Awesome. But yeah, there's the link, you guys. I approved it. It's now posted. You guys go there if you're able to help them out. I don't think from what I understand, she doesn't have any type of insurance. Donna, tell us something about this. Tell us, because I don't know what I'm getting right, what I'm getting wrong. She says anything you all can donate would be helpful, and if you can't donate, a few shares is just as good because that's another potential donation. Sometimes you can go through the hospital's financial department. Yeah. Have y'all thought about that, Donna? Have y'all talked to the hospital to the if you go to billing? Uh, there's hardship funds and stuff like that you can get. Um, we've tried them and everyone. They're Jews, Saint Beep. Try that again, Donna. That didn't come out. It says just beep. I don't know what that means. Just been giving numbers to call that give more numbers, and it's a cycle. Yes, it is, Donna, but you just got to keep going. They do make you jump through hoops, and it's aggravating. But this is your daughter-in-law's life that we're talking about, so get over that and do it. Charity care. Yeah, charity care, hardship fund, stuff like that. It is, Donna. I've had to go through what you're going through right now for a friend. Um, but I just kept at it. I just kept at it. Not long ago, guys, I had a family member. Well, I say not long ago. It's been several years, but I had a family member pass away, and the family member didn't have the funds to for the burial, for the funeral and the burial and the casket and all that stuff. And of course, the family all helped as much as they could, but I just buckled down and got on the phone, and I just started calling people. Uh, I started calling businesses in the town that we lived in, um, which was Selma, which is kind of a small town, and uh, it was uh, it was nuts. I just started pounding every. I went into the yellow pages and just every business that was in that town. I called them up and said, "Hey, we got a citizen here who has lost a child. Um, they can't afford anything. They don't know what they're going to do. Can we put a jar in your business, and can your business donate anything?" And within a week, I had the funeral paid for, casket, burial, everything. It was pretty amazing. So try that too, Donna. And I know that those um, charity cares and hardship funds and all that stuff like that, they make you jump through so many hoops, and it's aggravating. But I mean, when it comes to someone you love's life, it's worth it. Just get on there. Whatever they tell you to do, do it. If they give you a stack of papers this big and say fill every one of them out, fill every one of them out. Um, I am a recipient of something like that as well. Um, if you guys remember, I've told a few people on here. I think I've talked about my ACM on the air before, but I have ACM. It's called Arnold-Chiari malformation. And when you're diagnosed, it gets to a point. The only way you're diagnosed is either when you're really, really young or really, really old. Middle-aged people. I was in my 30s when I was diagnosed, and it never happens that way, but it did. And I basically had blood pressure up to here, and I went to the hospital. They did some tests. They found out that I had ACM, and I also had a failing heart because of my sleep apnea and the ACM, and which is very common with ACM patients. ACM patients a lot of times have heart disease or some sort of heart problems. And they told me I was going to die, and there was nothing they could do about it. And then it went from that to you need 3 surgeries right now that no matter what, you've got to do it. You're going to die within weeks if you don't have these surgeries. We have one surgery called a decompression surgery. It's the initial decompression surgery with the reconstruction where they had to go in and reconstruct the basal part of my brain and my skull. Um, and they said these surgeries are going to be about $150,000 to $180,000 a piece. and you got to have them, or you're going to die. That's just they just said that's it. That's your only choice is to have the 2 surgeries for over $300,000, or you're dead. That's it. That was my only options. So I had no insurance. I had very small money in savings. I had a good job, very good job that I made well, very good money at, but not $300,000 worth. Um, and I wasn't a candidate for any type of indigent care through the government. So we just started doing all kinds of stuff. We had benefit singings. We had, oh my gosh, yard sales, raffle tickets where they'd raffle off. Different businesses would donate stuff for them to raffle off. We had all this stuff. And then someone, Don, I want you to listen to this. Someone told me to go to the, what's it called? The March of Dimes. Is that right? Yeah, the March of Dimes. Is that who I went to? No, Easter Seals. I'm sorry. Go to Easter Seals. Said that they sometimes help people out with stuff like this. Well, there was a local chapter in Selma, so I went to the local chapter and I sat down and I talked with them. And I told them what the problem was and what was going on. And they said, you are the candidate that we like to help. You are our poster child. You're exactly what we look for. We like to help people that have to have a surgery, and if they don't have a surgery, they're dead. But they can't afford it. And if the surgery is going to get them back to life, it's going to get, it's not only going to save their life, but they're going to be able to return to the workforce and be productive and everything. That's who we like to help. So I think your daughter-in-law is actually really young. So tell her to go. You guys need to go and, like you, your son, and her need to go sit down and talk to the Easter Seals. They do that. They paid my surgeries 100%. I didn't have to pay a dime. Nothing. Nothing. So go check on that too. Easter Seals. That's who it was. They'll help out a lot of times with that. Um, if it's a surgery that they have to save their life, you can a lot of times get a lot of help from places that, um, check out Easter Seals, definitely. That's who helped me. Check out, and the Easter Seals, you have to, like I did this, I had to donate time to them afterwards. After I got up and around, I had to donate time. And I drove a friggin' van for a few weeks, where you go around and pick people up and take them to their destinations and stuff. And I think I did some cleaning and stuff. That was a long time ago. But yeah, just definitely try that. Let me catch up on these comments, y'all. Y'all got away from me now. Is this your daughter-in-law that's married to your son in the army? No, this isn't my son in the military. What? This is my daughter. Yeah, yeah, I knew that. This is I want to say his name because he's not on here to tell me that's okay. But yeah, has she get on Medicare? That's a good question. Can someone post that link on Facebook page so it can be shared? Yeah, absolutely. He's been working so hard to help provide all he works all day every day due to numerous health issues because he can't work. We have a jar at my local store, and so do they, but it isn't going well. Just keep those jars there. They take they did that for me too, the jars, and it did help. For asking for help. They've been nothing but put down for asking for help. Well, who cares if people put them down? Just tell them to put on thick skin and keep going. People are idiots, man. People are stupid. Tell them just to overlook that, put on some thick skin, and keep going. Medicaid. She's applied for Medicaid and all, but here in Bama there's guidelines, and her husband makes too much, so nobody will help. He makes a lot, but his bills are also taking everything he has. Right? Yeah, cheap where they live. The being an area. I'm trying to do raffles, and so is Robert, but nobody wants what we have. What do you mean nobody wants what we have, Donna? What does that mean? Are you talking about for the raffles? Is that what you mean? I'm trying to do raffles, and so is Robert, but nobody wants what we have. No, they're in Foley, all living with his co-workers, they pay rent, some of the power, food, gas, water, everything. I'll have them give them a call. Robert did work, volunteered there a few times, for the raffles. Okay, what are you offering what is something that has failed, Donna, for your raffles? Yeah, we're going to get back to paranormal, but let's help Donna out real quick. What have you offered that nobody wanted? Tell me what it was. What have you offered and nobody wanted it? Crop what Bluetooth headphone, I'm not sure what all. Robert tried. Yeah, you don't want to. I'm not going to pay $5 for a raffle ticket to win a Bluetooth headphone or a crock pot. People have crock pots. Um, Hold on, let me finish eating. Donna, you're part of the CAPI family. Don't worry about it. We want to help you out. Hey, Veronica, I didn't see you pop in, but I think she already has a GoFundMe. I think so, don't you, Donna? Isn't that the link you sent us? All right, as far as the raffles go, Donna, here's what we did. People want big stuff when it comes to raffles. Little stuff, I would never. I've got 6 crock pots in my kitchen right now. So I would never go out and spend money for a ticket to win a crock pot. And Bluetooth headphones, oh my gosh. We've got those all over the place. I was fixing to show you one. I think it's over there. But we've got Bluetooth headphones everywhere. No one's going to buy stuff like that. Here's what you want to do. Family comes first. That's right. That's CAPI's logo. Our motto. That's CAPI's motto. Work or family, work. Family and work always comes before CAPI. Always. I'm glad you got to type now, Veronica. The link is Robert's Facebook campaign. Cool. Where was we at? Okay, the stuff that you've tried, Donna, nobody's going to buy tickets for that stuff. Like I was saying, crock pots are a dime a dozen. Like I said, I got 6 of them in there. We give them away as presents. Bluetooth headphones, everybody's got so many of those in their house that you trip over them. You need to get good stuff, big stuff. Television sets, like huge flat screen television sets. Firearms are always a good raffle. People love firearms. Get some of those. You can even get automobiles without a dime coming out of your pocket, Donna. Um, Here's what you do. You do like I did whenever I had to find money for my family member that passed away that their immediate family couldn't pay for their funeral. You just got to get your butt on. You got to sit down in the most comfortable chair you got. You have to do it local. All right. You can't call. I think you're in Kentucky, Donna. And they're in wherever you just said. She said earlier. I can't remember, but I know that you're in 2 different states. You have to call people that's there. I'm in Alabama for support for Serena now since Robert can't take off work to be with his wife. Okay, cool. So you're there with them. That's awesome, Donna. Get on the phone. Sit down in the most comfortable chair you can get. Get your Coke, Pepsi, coffee, bowl of popcorn, sandwiches, whatever the crap you need because your butt's going to be in that seat for a long time. Your job for 8 hours a day is to sit in that chair, pick up the telephone, of course take care of Serena. Am I saying that right? I hope I am. Take care of Serena. But the other times you're on the telephone, you're in the yellow pages. You go from A to Z in the yellow pages. You call every business in that town. Every business in that town. And you tell them this. You tell them the story about Serena, what's going on. You tell Foley, Alabama. Thank you, John. That's right. You call everybody in Foley. Foley's got some nice shops downtown. That's a rich town. There's a lot of money in Foley, Alabama. Foley, Alabama's no joke. I know Foley well. There's a lot of money in that town. I used to be in sales. Foley was, there's money in Foley. You sit down with a telephone book and you call every business in that town and you say, look, we've got a young local girl who is very sick. She needs surgery that's going to potentially save her life. If she doesn't have the surgery, she's going to die. Here's what we are asking from you. We would like to put a jar in your business. If you can't do that, that's fine. Then we would like a donation from you for a raffle. We're looking at televisions, firearms, or automobiles. If you do not have those to donate, can you donate funds for us to purchase this equipment or these items? If you can't or won't do that, we would like for a cash donation from you. And if you can't do any of those three, thank you anyway. God bless. Hang up the phone. Go to the next one on your list. And your list is the yellow pages, the business yellow pages. All right. And if you don't have a phone book, you got a phone, and that's your new phone book right there. It's got every phone number in the world in it. I promise you. All you got to do is go to Google. All right. You get every business in Foley, Alabama. All right. And then you tell them, if you do this for us, if you help us out with this, we're going to make a pamphlet that we're going to give out at one of our events, to help the Serena events that you should be planning right now, like live music festivals, potluck dinners, barbecues, whatever. All right. We're going to give out these pamphlets, and it's going to have your business's name next to it. And we're going to tell them that you helped sponsor this. You helped pay for this. And you helped Serena with her. I promise you, businesses love stuff like that. They love it. That is the best. You can't pay enough money for that kind of PR. All right? And that kind of advertisement. If I own a business in Foley, Alabama, and you come to me and you say, hey, we're going to put out these flyers at our next event, and we wondered if you could put your name in it. All you have to do is donate some money or something to be raffled or funds for buying a vehicle or something like that we can raffle off or something like that. And the great thing about raffling off vehicles is you can charge to $100 to $500 per ticket. Anywhere between $100 to $500 per ticket. All right? So, because cars cost a lot of money. And weapons. People love shotguns, hunting rifles, stuff like that, or signature pistols or something like that. And you get people to donate that stuff. Call gun stores in your area. You just got to get in there and you got to do it. And they're going to make you jump through hoops, and they're going to make you do these, like John and I were saying earlier. Go to the financial department of the hospital. Even if you've already been there, go again and say, look, we need this done or she's going to die. Tell me what I got to do. Tell me the hoops you want me to friggin' jump through. That's so ridiculous. It shows how freaking heartless you guys and how much more you care about money than you do human life. But okay, you got me by the short and curlies. I've got to do what you say. What do I do? How do I jump through the hoops you're asking me to jump through? And then whatever they say, do it. I don't care if you have to call 50 people 100 times. Just do it. You don't have a choice. Yeah, there is a GoFundMe there. Yeah, try local churches too. They'll really help you out. Local churches are great for doing cooks. They're great for doing potlucks and breakfast and lunch and dinner on the lawn, stuff like that. They're great for doing it. You guys throw a barbecue, Donna, with a live band. I promise you, Google bands and Foley. You're going to find one that'll do it for free. I promise you will. Okay? I promise you will. Bands, especially local bands, you don't want big stars or big bands. You want local bands. The reason why you want local bands is because local bands want to play music for a living. That's how they want to. That's what they want to do for their life. Is they want to play music for a living. Every one of them work in the computer store downtown, or the TV repair shop, or they're a plumber, or they work for their dad's hardware store, or something like that. That's what they do for money. On the weekends, they want to play music and get paid for it. All right. They'll do these charity events because they know that there's going to be 200 people at this event that's going to hear them play, and at least 2 of those 200 are going to come up and say, hey, do you guys have a business card? I'd really like to have you at my next, if we're planning a block party or my daughter's 16th birthday or whatever, or my bar mitzvah or my wedding. And you guys sounded really awesome, so they'll do it for free. I promise you they will. You might talk to 10 bands and 9 of them say no, but 1 say yes. All you need is 1 band to make it cool. People come to cookouts and barbecues whenever you add 2 words to it. Live music or live band. They'll flock to it. People love live music. All right, so do that. Go to grocery stores. Say, look, we're going to have a barbecue for a local young girl who's dying if she don't have this surgery. And we need the stuff to barbecue. We don't have anything to barbecue. What can you get me? Man, you'll have grocery store managers giving you Boston butts. They'll give you pulled pork. They'll give you buns. They'll give you drinks. They'll give you cups. They'll give you plates. They'll give you everything. You can do this stuff without a dime coming out of your pocket, Donna. I promise you can. Yes, very true. They tried local churches, just was given the runaround. Then go back. I find that very, very hard to accept, Donna. I don't. Why would a local church give them a runaround? That's crazy. Maybe it's the way they're approaching them. I don't know. Church worth its salt would say yes. That kind of makes me wonder about the churches in your area. That's pretty crappy. Churches usually really help out, especially with cookouts and stuff like that. I bought a bigger iPad because I didn't have memory left on the old iPad. Oh, awesome. That's why you're able to get out. That's cool. Okay. This thing jumps so bad. It's farm country here. Robert Farms. Lambert's, Wolf Bay Lodge, all those hotels. Yeah, absolutely. Lambert's, go to Lambert's. They'll definitely help you out. Lambert's, the home of the Throwed Row, they'll help you out. I know they will. So will Wolf Bay. You're welcome, Donna. Not to be smart, but they can always get a divorce for her to get help. Honestly, that is why I never remarried, because I would have to pay taxes on my income. People do get divorced to get help. That's true. I hate to even throw that out there, Veronica, but you're true. You're absolutely right. She can get a lot of help that she wouldn't normally be able to get if they just get a legal divorce. She really could. She can get a lot of help if they get a divorce. They don't have to split up. Just get a divorce so that she can put on there that she's single. TVs are cheaper this time of year. Yeah, they sure are. Marco needed a transplant and took everything out of his name to get help. He got lots of help then. Yep, you sure can. Katie says she's helped plan several benefits. There you go. There's you a mastermind right there. She's helped plan several. So get with her. Get with Katie. She'll help you out on that. That's why she's saying that, I assume. Is that why you're saying that, Katie? I know you can't say hey to me, but can you at least answer that? This YouTube writing is too small. I need magnifying. Bless your heart, Veronica. Me too. I was looking for my glasses earlier. What religion churches in Foley can what religion churches in Foley can help? We tried Catholic, but no help. That's just blowing my mind, Donna. I just can't understand why no churches would help. You said you tried all the churches, didn't you? You just tried one Catholic church and they said no, and you said, okay, churches won't help. You guys got to get away from that. Hey, Sacramento Paranormal. That wasn't your name. What was your name? You got to tell me your name again. I forgot it. I'm horrible with my memory. Of course, I would help you out. Yes, thank you, Katie. Yes, she will help you out, Donna. Absolutely. That's great. Yeah, I don't. Spy. Yeah, that's right. That's what I was calling you. Spy. Thank you, Sacramento. We're actually got off our subject of paranormal again, Spy, because one of our fans, one of our family members, is her daughter-in-law is possibly has cancer on her neck. She has a growth on her neck that has to be removed, and it's a lot of money. So we're giving her ideas on how to raise money. That's why we're not talking paranormal right now. They literally went down the list on Google for churches. But did they actually go to all of those churches? Oh, thank you, Spy. That's sweet. I can't believe that the churches, no church would help. Y'all went to every church. That's crazy. Note to self: do not go to church in Foley, Alabama. That's right, John. You guys need to talk directly to the pastor. You go in there. I don't care who you see when you go in, Donna. Ask to speak to the pastor. Church is supposed to help. That's right. That's what they're there for. Oh, they're watching now. Awesome. Hey, Robert and Serena. We're giving Donna ideas on how to help you guys out. Yeah, see, a deacon and an elder, their job in a church is to watch the pennies. That's what that's what they're there for, is to watch. You need to talk to the pastor. You go in, I don't care who you see when you walk in that church. Ask to speak to the pastor. They may say, he's not in right now. Can I make an appointment? Say, yes, we can definitely make an appointment, and make an appointment to come back and see him. Or they may say, I am the pastor, and if it is, sit down and say, can we speak with you? It's on her thyroid, okay? Okay, Donna, I'm not trying to be mean, darling. I hope you know that, but I speaks my mind. But you said they can't go in person. They have no car, no way to get around. I'm assuming you meant town is 10 miles away. That's just an excuse, guys. Donna, Robert, Serena. That's just an excuse. You keep popping out excuses, you're not getting any help. I promise you. That's right. What Katie just said. Where there is a will, there is a way. Don't throw out no excuses. You got to do this. So you said you guys jumped through the hoops the hospital gave you, but you just kept going in circles with calls. That's just an excuse. Keep making those calls. Somebody's going to get sick of hearing from you, and they're going to just say, okay, let's do this, this, and this. So this woman will quit freaking bothering us. Okay? And saying it's 10 miles till town, I'm going to tell you right now that if Mama, Paramama, that's what y'all call my wife now, is Paramama. If she comes to me and says, hey, the doctor says I have a growth in my neck on my thyroid and it's killing me. That's right. Katie did have thyroid cancer. It's okay to speak your minds. I know it's okay because I'm going to. But if they come to me and she come to me and said, hey, I got to have this surgery. It's going to cost us $15,000, $20,000, whatever. Of course, I'm going to sell my house, my cars, or anything. I'm going to sell everything I have. But and I still probably wouldn't. But if I was in that position, I would walk 10 miles. That's just me. That's what I would do. I'm not going to sit there and say I can't make it to town because it's 10 miles to town. Johnny's fixing to walk 10 miles. Okay? I'm going to get on the phone and try to find every friend I got, every person that I know to come give me a ride to go to town. I'm going to say, look, just come pick me up, drop me off at the edge of town. At 7 o'clock or 7:30 tonight, come pick me back up at the exact same spot and take me home. And from that time that morning when they dropped me off, I'm going to go to every church, every business, everything in that town. And I'm going to ask for help. I'm going to try to get my help. So don't come at me with Sacramento. Spy, what'd you just send? What is that? It doesn't tell me what it is. It just says you sent something. And it's asking me to allow you to put it on here. Fundraiser GoFundMe website. Oh, they've already done that. They have a. Are you doing that side for them to get the? They have a GoFundMe right now up for Serena. But yeah, don't come at me with that's 10 miles till town. You can get a ride to town. Either you can walk 10 miles to town and then rest for another 2 hours. I would walk to town for 10 hours, for those 10 miles. I'd walk to town. It's early that morning, and then I would find the first place that I can sit down, and I would set my butt down for at least an hour and chill out, play on my phone, do whatever, drink a Diet Coke, and then I'd get up and I'd start walking to all these churches and all these businesses in Foley. Foley's not that big of a town. It's huge. It's pretty big. It's not no small town like it was many years ago, but it's still, you can walk it. So definitely, you need to get in there and start walking. But yeah, just get someone to take you to the edge of town and say, hey, come back at 7:30 tonight and pick me up if you don't mind. I'll give you some gas money as soon as I can. And then they'll take you to the edge of town and drop you off. You might have a friend that says, man, I'm not going to do that. You just hop in and we'll go to the different places together. But if they do say, hey, yeah, we can't do it, then okay, just drop me at the freaking front of the at the edge of town, and then I'll walk and do all this stuff and come back here at 7:30 tonight and pick me up. That's what I would be doing. I mean, I've lost a wife, y'all. I never want to go through that again, ever, 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 ever. So, yeah, there are no excuses here. You got to do it. You got to jump through hoops. You got to make phone calls. You got to go knock on doors. Do not call a church. Whatever you do, don't call the church. That's the worst thing you could do. You could call every church in Foley, which I don't think you have yet because you just said Catholic. But don't call no churches. Go to the church and ask to speak eye to eye, face to face, in person to the pastor. Pastor only. That's a good idea. John says talk to the youth pastor at your church and ask if they'll be, if the youth will be doing car wash, if they'd mind doing car washes. Car washes for youth raise a lot of money. Yeah, don't lay down on it. Keep going. Just keep going. It's aggravating. You're going to get pissed. You're going to get distracted. You're going to get discouraged. You're going to lose faith, but just keep going. Just keep going. You will get it paid. I promise you. Definitely go talk to the Easter Seals because they paid 100% of mine. They paid over $300,000 for me. They didn't really pay $300,000, but my surgeries, the two first surgeries I had that was going to save my life, that did save my life, were over $300,000. One was 180 something, one was 150 something, so they were well over 300,000. But if I would have paid that for those surgeries, that's what I would have paid. But because Easter Seals did it, they go into the hospital and say, hey, we're Easter Seals. We're not paying $300,000 for Mr. Rushing's surgeries. We're going to pay this amount. You're going to take it. And the hospital writes it off and takes the money. So I would get a divorce if that is what it took to get help. Then she has no income. Yeah, that's something that you guys ought to think about, Robert and Serena, is getting a divorce. You can always get remarried. Married ain't nothing but a piece of paper. All right, Serena, you're not spitting on your relationship, and I keep wanting to say Ronnie, but it's Robert, right? Robert, you're not letting her down by y'all getting a divorce. I'm not saying break up. Don't break up. Stay together. Be her rock that she needs right now. And Serena, keep depending on Robert, and y'all be together, but just get a divorce. Then you have no income whatsoever. That opens up a whole bunch of doors for you. Katie says, Donna, we will. Yes, definitely. They're going to talk. Katie's going to help you out with the. She can help Serena out with the cancer because she's had that. She's gone through it. She beat it, and she can definitely help you out with the benefit planning and stuff like that. So, yeah, thank you, Katie, so much for uh, providing those resources to her. Yes, thank you, John. That's very nice. Absolutely. Need flyers to put up in business windows. Yep. Go to the print shops around town and get them. They'll make those up for you for free, Donna. Go to print shops. They'll do them in 10 minutes. Tell them I want 500 flyers to this barbecue or to this live music event or this cookout or this picnic under the stars or whatever thing you do. Go to Dunkin' Donuts. They do this. Go to Dunkin' Donuts. Crystals does fundraisers. McDonald's does fundraisers. Um, the cookie dough people, Google cookie dough sales, they do it. Crystals and Dunkin' Donuts. Not only Dunkin', what is the other? Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme does this crap all the time. They'll do that for you too. You just and then all y'all have to do is go door to door sell freaking donuts, boxes of donuts, and those things sell like hotcakes. Go get some people, get all your friends and all your family that's around up there, and even the friends, even the family that's not around. Tell them to get off their butts and get on a plane or bus or car and get their butts down to Foley, and y'all go to intersections, sell donuts. Go to churches, say, hey, we want to sell donuts. Will you, help us sell the donuts to the congregation? They'll do it. Um, Go to malls, parking lots, just Walmart for crying out loud. Walmart's going to kick you out because they sell donuts. It's a monopoly law, but you'll get several before they kick you out. All right, you're not going to just boom go to jail. They're going to come to you, the loss prevention, or they may call the police to come tell you to leave, or their security if they have it. They're going to come tell you to leave. So, but before they tell you to leave, you may have already sold 200 boxes of donuts. All right, so just know that Walmart's going to tell you to leave, but just do it until they do. And then once they tell you to leave, don't go back to that Walmart. Go to another one. Don't go back to that same one because then they can trespass you. You don't want to be trespassing Walmart. So. Income is limited till the first. You don't have to have any income to do any of this, darling. Get off that you don't have any money thing. You don't need to have any money. All Robert's money needs to go to paying the bills and taking care of Serena. All right? And putting food in y'all's belly. That's what your income needs to be going to, and his. That's what y'all taking care of Serena and yourself so that you can take care of Serena. But you don't need any money to do any of this. I promise you, you can raise tens of thousands of dollars without putting a dime in it. I promise you, you can. Y'all, I went for 2 years. I couldn't get out of bed for 2 years. My lights never got turned off. We always had water. My rent was paid. Not all my rent was paid because a lot of my rent my landlord forgave. He just said, don't worry about it. 2 years we went without a dime coming into our house. And because of churches, our church that we were members of, but other local churches as well. Oh my God, we did all kinds of stuff, y'all. They had a benefit singing. They had an auction, a huge auction where people just brought stuff like yard sale items and took them and just put them in there. And I was the auctioneer, and you auction stuff off, and because I can auction, and you just bring all this stuff in there and they put it out there, and then people come because you put them out, you put the things out there, the flyers and the notices and all that stuff, and you put it on Facebook, and so people come and they buy this stuff that they don't even freaking need. You got reusable ice cubes, one of the stupidest things in the world, but you're up there auctioning it off, and people are going to buy it because they're not buying the reusable ice cubes. They'll probably throw that crap in the trash. What they're buying is Serena's health. That's what they're buying. They don't care about the stuff they buy. Okay, they care about the person. So that's what it is. So do that. Get out. Go to Walmart and hand out flyers. Yeah, absolutely. The good news is the thyroid cancer is the slowest growing cancer, and the remission is very high. That's awesome. That is good. I knew it was the slowest growing, but I didn't know it was the highest, or that it had a very high remission rate. That's awesome. Thank you, Katie. You're welcome, Donna. These things are tax write-offs to businesses. That's right. That's right. Lularo is online closed. They do prayer rooms. Okay, there you go. See if you can find that link, Veronica, and send it to Donna. There are thyroid cancer resources you can reach out to as well. Let her when you contact her, Katie, let her know about those resources that you're familiar with. Hmm. Auction is a great idea. Oh my gosh, we raised so much money with auctions. We sure did. We had a couple of them. I had fun doing it. I was able to be a part of it, so I didn't feel like it was like, my biggest thing was my pride. I didn't like taking money from anybody. But I mean, I had no money coming in, none, and I had a family, and I didn't know if I was going to be alive the next day. I didn't know if I was going to be alive the next minute. So with the auctions, it made me feel better because I was a part of it. So dedication, but it's possible and worth it. You just have to stop allowing excuses to get in your way. Thank you, Katie. That's right, Donna. Stop with all the excuses. Nobody cares that it's 10 miles from your home. Nobody cares that you don't have any money coming in, enough money coming in. We're not asking you to spend any money. We want you to do this without any money coming out of your pocket. I knew I'd get good ideas from my CAPI family. That's right. I had someone give me $10,000 toward a car once just because it's a tax write-off. See? Yes, if it's cancer, we will contact the cancer center. Yes, absolutely. We're praying that it's not cancer. That's what we need to be praying on, guys, is this is not cancer. All right? And then, because that takes a lot of the burden, financial burden off of it. The long-term financial burden off of it. Then all she has to do is just have this surgery to get it removed so it doesn't bother her anymore. So, yeah, there's so much you can do, Donna. There's just so much. Um, if you ever need any questions or anything from me, I think you still have my phone number. Call me. I know you know how to get in touch with John and Veronica and Katie. Katie's supposed to be getting in touch with you anyway. Um, but anybody in the CAPI family, if you need us, Donna, call us and we will come running. All right. If you need to know how to talk to somebody, or if you want me to talk to somebody, I'll most certainly do that too. I have a way of getting to people. I promise you. I'm a salesman at heart. So, but yeah, just go to these places. Don't call a church. Never call a church on the telephone. You're getting nothing from them. I promise you, nothing. Always go to the church and talk to the pastor. All right. And if someone tells you the pastor's not in, what can I help you with? Say you can help me by telling me when he'll be back or when can we schedule an appointment. All right. It's best to schedule an appointment with a pastor, especially a big church, because those guys are super busy. They work for their money. People think pastors have the best thing in the world, but they do not have the best thing in the world. All right. Johnny will send Toby to talk to him. That's right. I'll send Toby to scare him. If they say, no, I don't think there's anything we can do, I'll send Toby and they'll be like, Donna, there's something that we can do? Please let us help you. This is Serena. Oh, it's Serena, guys. I just wanted to say thank you all for helping us and giving us options on how to get help. You're welcome, Serena. That is so awesome. Serena, the person that does not have cancer. We're going to pray about it. We're going to not accept it. I think that's the number one thing that kept me alive through all my stuff. Whenever I was told by 3 physicians that I had 6 months to a year to live. That was in 2001. It's what, 2019 now? That was 18 years ago. That I had 6 months to a year to live, and that they were betting on 6 months. So, what kept me alive was I didn't accept it. I decided whenever they told me that my heart was failing and there was no way to repair it. The 2 organs in your body that cannot repair themselves is your heart and your brain. And that was the 2 problems that I had, was my brain and my heart. And they can't repair themselves. Once they're damaged, they're damaged. There's nothing that can, they can't. Everybody else in our body can reboot and refix and rebuild. We can live with a piece of our liver, for crying out loud. So everything else besides the heart and the brain can fix itself, but the heart and brain can't. That was the 2 things that was killing me. But that's right. Think positive. That's what I'm trying to say in so many words. Think positive. I just didn't accept it. Whenever they said this is killing you and there's nothing we can do, goodbye. At first they didn't even talk about surgeries. They just said you're dead. There's nothing we can do about it. So I said, well, I'm not accepting that. I don't accept that. I'm not ready to go yet. So you're welcome. We hope it helps a bunch. I'm so sorry for you going through this. Yeah, the perfect world would she wouldn't even have to go through this in the first place. That would be the perfect world. But since you are going through it, we want to go through it with you. We want to help out. So use us as your resources. Get up with Katie for the planning of all that stuff. And for her to, Serena and Katie, you really need to talk. Katie can tell you, Serena, she's been through what you're going through right now. She's been through the cancer of what you're going through right now. We're hoping you don't have the cancer. So one of the best things that I've found when I've talked to people, because people have come to me to talk because of my psychology side and because I'm a good listener. But they've come to me and said, one thing I've found that helps people out is whenever you can relate. I don't want anyone telling me about alcoholism or drugs or uh, uh, any type of addiction uh, that they haven't been through themselves. So it helps to talk to someone who's been there. So Serena, use Katie. She's offered her help, so use that resource to help you out. That's awesome that she can do that for you. So on the other subject, do you have any investigations coming up? Serena said any help will be taken. Awesome, awesome. No, Don, I do not have any investigations coming up, any personal investigations. We do have our team investigation, our live investigation coming up soon. But I do not have anything personally. No investigations planned, unfortunately. I haven't had time. I've been doing this. Um, between getting this done and getting this merch out there. That's my biggest thing right now is we got to get this merch out. That's our biggest thing is we got to get this merch out going. We got to get it going. So that's why I'm really harping on that. So you guys get CAPI merch. It's awesome stuff. You're supporting the show. Oh, and just in case there's someone on now that wasn't on earlier, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. Hit that like button, which is the thumbs up. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified on future shows. All right, but you already know it's every Sunday night at 9. I want to get this going to where we'll have content, production value, and a reason to do a daily show. That's where I want to get this. That's where I want this to go. Where I want CAPI Live to go is I want to be a daily vlogger. That's what I want. I want it to be every single day, before, after, or during work. I want to have a video every single day. I want to put one out every day. That's where my goal is. That's my dream. So, absolutely, let's make that happen, y'all. And the way we can make CAPI Live go big and get YouTube cred and is to get that merch. Y'all seen the merch that we have? It's awesome merch. The new stuff. I think she took everything out of here. Oh, here's the new cup. This shows the new logo for everybody that didn't see it. I love this new logo. What's on my cup? There's something on my cup. Hold on. Some white. Fuzzy. There we go. Isn't that cool? I love the wide brim. But my biggest thing that I love, why is that light? Let me see if that's better. Can y'all see? Can y'all tell that is what it is? Look at that. I love that. It's got the EVP wave link with the waves on it, it's like an EVP recording. Isn't that cool? They're called sound waves. I know. I'm sorry. Sound graphs or sound waves. And it's got the CAPI logo over the CAPI on there and everything. These are just awesome. So yeah, I mean that's the new what we're really gearing towards for the merch. So that's going to be really cool. I just really love that wave, those sound waves. But yeah, we've got car tags, everything. So y'all get that out of there too. And I also want to build this up so that we can do stuff for our family too. You know, like Donna. I'd love to be able to make a big cash donation from CAPI to Donna. But you know, we can't do that yet because CAPI has no cash. All the money that we've made so far on merch has gone back into merch. So we haven't been able to, you know, do anything. But it's going to get there. We're going to get a surplus built up, and then we're gonna make money off that so that the shirt or the show can get as big as I want it to say. Did she mail my sweatshirt? Because I haven't got it yet. Don't know, Veronica. Text her or PM her on Facebook. I don't know. Michelle has taken over the merch side. So anybody has any questions or wants to make an order or anything like that, you can PM me on orders, but it'd be best if you PM Michelle because then it's just going straight to the source. Yes, thank you, John. I did forget about that. Yeah, you have the ability to contact Michelle, right, Veronica? I think you do on Facebook. Yeah, just contact her and ask her about your sweatshirt. And if anybody that hasn't gotten anything that they've already ordered or paid for it or whatever, if you've ordered something that you hadn't paid for, then no, you're not going to get it until it's paid. We won't even order it. I've already been bitten with that. I had 3 people order stuff that they just didn't. They decided, I don't want it. The funny thing is 2 of those people, Michelle took it over and she made them pay for it, and then sent it to them. So I mean, she's pretty good at that. So, but I wanted a shirt, but this is more important. Yeah, you don't need to worry about merch or anything like that right now, Donna. I can add her as friend. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Do that. Yeah, and contact Michelle. Anybody that wants any type of merch, and y'all please push the merch, buy the merch. So I mean, it's really cool stuff. It's all high quality stuff. I guarantee everything. You will not be left high and dry if something happens. All right, I will replace anything that you damage or that gets damaged somehow. And the cups, just not this Michelle. Yeah, not that Michelle. My Michelle. Paramama. Michelle Rushing, not Michelle Bowen. But what John's talking about is about the possible CAPI table. John, can you put the link up here so people can see it? Will you do that for me, please? I don't think I have it. I do. It's on my phone, but my phone's dead. Yeah, it's completely dead now. Let's see if I have it on here. I'm just knocking stuff over. I get fussed at whenever I do that in here. Okay, yes, I can. I love the way it asks permission first. So I love that fact that it has to go through me. All right, you guys hit on that link that she just, that's the website. Is that? Oh, man. You can't put the link on there? Michelle or John? That just gives the website. It's magiccitycon.com. CAPI's going to have a table there. Most likely. It's not done yet. We haven't. I started to do the application. I can't talk. I can't think of what to say. I'm going to try to, Michelle. Where is John? There he is. I'm going to try to get this link up there. Let's see. No, I can't. But try to get it up there. Oh, wait a minute. That's the actual, is that the actual one? There it is. There's the link, guys. Y'all can, thank you, Michelle. Yeah, I see. Free photo shots in our area just for donating. That's a good idea, Donna. Tell people, yeah, they can get free photo shots. Yeah. That's a very good idea. But have a certain price, though. Have a certain price that they have to meet before you do the free photos. I'd say like for at least $50. If you donate at least $50, we'll do a photo session, a free photo session. That's pretty cool. People bring their kids. They like outdoor shots too, so do outdoor shots. People love outdoor shots. Like I'm standing in front of an old rugged house or by railroad tracks or some stuff like that. So that'd be really cool. That's a good idea. I forgot you did photos. So that's a good thing to do. People will eat that stuff up. Like I eat this orange chicken up. That's cold. So, I know, right, Veronica? I'd do that too. I'm a long way from them too, though. Foley's a long way from us. John, what is the CAPI table? What is your problem, Katie? Wow. Anyway, we do the, we're going to do a table at Magic City Con. It is, tell them what it is, John. Oh, you just had to throw the lasagna at me, didn't you? I love lasagna. You just had to do that. You just had to do that. Can I come over and have some lasagna, John and Michelle? Please. Yeah, I sure did. But yeah, we're going to have a table at the Magic City Con. I think it's going to be good advertisement for the show. I'm going to try to have some business cards made up that has the link to the show on there. So that's going to be pretty cool. We'll have, of course, our equipment out there and probably some team photos and, all that good stuff. Depends on how fast you get here. I may eat it all. I get there pretty fast. I'll hit 65 and just open it up. But yeah, it's at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Birmingham. It's going to be BioWare. Yeah. In Birmingham, Donna. At the Regency, Hyatt Regency. That's the hotel, the big towering hotel over the Galleria there in Birmingham. Right. Hyatt Regency Hotel in the Galleria. It's that big thing the big weird shaped building that sticks out of the top of the hotel. And it's going to be awesome, y'all. It's June 20, make sure I'm right, John and Michelle, but it's June 21st through the 24th. I think I'm right on that. June 21st through the 23rd. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. 21st through the 23rd. So that's a weekend thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a CAPI table there. Anybody that wants to come hang out at the table with us. I think John's going to man the table one of the days. I'm going to man the table. I'll be there as much as I can. Michelle will probably be there some as well. So anybody wants to come hang out with us at the table and talk to people, please feel free to do it. If you do that, wear your CAPI shirt. If you want to come hang out with us at the table, wear your CAPI shirt. YouTube name on your shirt. People can wear them. Others can see and join us. That's so funny you said it because we were talking to one of the people that do the that did the new logos, the new designs, and we were saying they was going to put the. I was actually in there thinking. I was like, man, we need to put the YouTube link on our shirt on our products. So yeah, but we are. We're definitely going to do that, Veronica. That's an awesome idea. It's a video game con, but a lot of actors, voice actors, and artists come and do panels. Yeah. I'm going to have a big table with a big drape on it that says Central Alabama Paranormal Investigations. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put Central Alabama Paranormal Investigations towards the top, and then we'll put the link to the YouTube channel on the bottom of the drape. And then, of course, we're going to have our equipment displayed. I've done tables before. We did one in, the last one we did was in Wetumpka at the Chamber event, the Business Expo. Went there, it came out really, really, people really received it well. Yeah, I got some. I've got to get some new cards made, but yeah, I was gonna do that anyway. There will be vendors selling merchandise. That's awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be an awesome fun. It's gonna be, a lot of fun. So you guys definitely try to make it. Cards, new cards. Yeah, I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some business cards made up. I have some, but it has a lot of the old stuff on it, like old members and stuff like that. So we're gonna have some made up. We're gonna have some made up that just talks about this, just the team, without anybody's, name on it, and then the contact numbers and emails, and then on the back it's gonna have the YouTube link to get to the YouTube channel. Yes, that would be awesome. We need to advertise something else. Yeah, absolutely. It will be our 4th year going, 3rd year volunteer. That's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited about it. John told me about it and got me all kinds of excited about it. Because like I said, CAPI's done booths before, and they've always been received well. We were received very well last time at a business expo. So, but we were a member of the chamber, so we were able to go. So, door prizes and raffles at various vendors. We'll probably do that too. Can we raffle, or not raffle, but can we give away something at our table, John? Is that allowed? I know we can't sell anything at our table. But we might have a giveaway too. Give away some, like a basket, a CAPI basket with a different merch in it. Okay, check on that for me. And if we can, we'll do that. We'll give away like a little CAPI merch bag or something like that with a bunch of stuff in it, like a t-shirt or holy crap, it's German chocolate. We'll give away like a little, I've been wanting to do that anyway, give away a little bag with some merch in it. Like a cup and t-shirt and a beanie or something like that. Give away a nice little bag. Like most fan tables have small little gifts and giveaways. Yeah, I figured they did. That's how we did it at the ones we've done before. Ew, German chocolate. You don't like German chocolate? I love German chocolate. I love all cake. Cake is rocks. Cake just is cake. All right. Does anyone have any other questions? Anybody have any questions? No to German chocolate or red velvet. That's my 2 favorite cakes too, Michelle. It really is. That's my 2 favorite cakes. German chocolate and red velvet. And that's your 2 least favorite cakes. That's good though. I'm glad you don't like them because it's more for me. Same for John. He don't like them either. That's sad. All right. Does anybody have any questions? If not, I think that's all we had to talk about tonight. What time is it? We're on 2 hours. Wow, 2 hours tonight. I don't care if we've been on 2 hours. If y'all have our local radio station had a wheel with prizes on, and you told them what you wanted to win, and if it landed on what you wanted to win, it just needs wheel. Well, that's a pretty cool thing. That's a good way to do it. That's an interesting way to do that. I've never heard of that. So they had different prizes on the wheel, and you tell them which prize you wanted to win, and you spin the wheel, and if it landed on that prize, you won it. We were talking about Native American death. Yes, we were. I thought we finished. What else did we want to talk about? About the skinwalkers? Was there something else? I don't know. Did we not cover that? It was just mythology, Native American mythology. They didn't. Native Americans didn't believe that spirits left the earth. They believed they stayed on the earth. But their level of spirit beings, I guess you would say, for the lack of a better word, um, their level of ancestry was depending on how they died, or what they did, because they didn't even believe that it was. But everyone gets a chance to win. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Everyone doesn't get something, but everyone gets a chance. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Veronica. I like that idea. Um, we'll probably won't do that because those wheels are kind of expensive, and they're even expensive to make. Um, but we'll probably do something like have a fishbowl with tickets in it, and you draw a ticket, and then at the end of the day, that's how a lot of those expos do that. Is at the end, towards the end, they'll draw one of the tickets, and whoever has that ticket wins. And you have to be present to get it and all that stuff. And if you're not there, then you don't get it. Someone else gets it. Or the last one we went to, the Business Expo, you did your drawing whenever they came around to your booth. Like the news crew went to every booth and talked to people. The people putting on the expo and the news crew went to, and they talked to every booth about their booth and why they were there and what they did and stuff like that, and what they offered and stuff like that. And while they were there, you did your drawings, which was, it worked out really good. But yeah, that's so not what I said. Y'all, people misunderstand me all the time. I'm not a bad guy. I'm really not. But what did we not touch on the native part of that, John? Yes, I will get to that. I promise. Not tonight. The skinwalkers in so you say the skinwalkers in the paranormal were usually all tied to extraterrestrial um, ascent. They they were believed to be able to either fashion a disguise that made them look human, or they were able to shapeshift into human. Um, I don't believe in skinwalkers in the paranormal sense. Like I said, I'm not knocking any Native American. I don't send me messages telling me I'm wrong for knocking religions, because I'm not knocking anybody's religion, and I'm not saying Native Americans were wrong. Um, they had a reason to call people skinwalkers, and they did. It was usually a very negative title. It wasn't a good title. It wasn't something good like a, you know, they akin skinwalkers to shamans and medicine men and the old issue and all that, but they didn't. Usually, if they labeled someone a skinwalker, that person was bad. It was a witchcraft kind of thing. It was a Native American witchcraft, so it wasn't a good thing to get that title. With the Navajo, um, the Cherokee They believed in skinwalkers. They didn't call them skinwalkers though. They called them that long word that I can never say. But y'all do your research. But the Cherokee looked at skinwalkers as not good or bad. They looked at them as just another creature, just something that was there. They didn't look at them. It wasn't mythical to them like the Yeti or Bigfoot is to us. To them, skinwalkers were just another animal. To them, the skinwalkers was as real as a rabbit or a snake or a bird or a deer or an elk. I mean, they were just as real as any other animal. Yeah. Excuse me. And they would label people as skinwalkers. Some people as skinwalkers. And now they had some pretty far out there beliefs on what would happen to you if you were visited by a skinwalker. But without all the killing and the mass murders of the Salem witch trials, it was pretty much done that way. You could label anyone you wanted to as a skinwalker. And who's to say that they wouldn't? Because all you'd have to do is say, well, that's not really the chief, or that's not really, I don't know, Bob. That's not really him. Whatever their Indian name would be. That's not really him. That's a skinwalker. If they did something that was normal for them to do, or if they didn't know the answer to a question that they would normally know, like if a brother saw a brother and that brother didn't know him or didn't know their mother or father's name or whatever, well, that's a skinwalker. That's not really my brother. He must be a skinwalker because he looks just like my brother, but he would know my mother's name. So, yes, John, that's it. Now, Dashi, I can't say. I can never say that. That's not the only one either. There's more names that are just that long and just that ridiculous. And I say it's ridiculous because I can't say it. So, like the men in black or black-eyed kids. Yeah. Well, I mean, on the Navajo side, yeah, but a lot of Native Americans didn't view skinwalkers or uh, shamans as mythical or as, taboo. They believed that they were just a regular animal, just another animal they had to deal with. Oh yes, Native American, Bob of the Bob tribe. That's right. That's right. What would be American? A Native American name? I don't know. Man with no hair would be my man with no hair. um, who would? Or you got the president, who would be man with orange hair, or Hillary, who would be woman who tells lies, 4-ton woman. So Elvis would be man who wiggles ass. So Pocahontas, there you go. So I mean, yeah, they didn't have the native or the Navajo viewed them as a negative. Other tribes such as the um, Cherokee, and I mean, there's a bunch of them that believed in shapeshifters and skinwalkers and shaman and all that, but and that long word that I can't say. Uh, but they all viewed them differently, and that's the way it is with us too in the paranormal. We all believe, like all paranormalists believe that ghosts are real, that they exist, because you'd be kind of stupid being a paranormalist if you didn't believe that. Unless all you do is Yetis and ufology, but or telekinetics or something like that, So, but if you're a ghost hunter and you don't believe in ghosts, then that's kind of stupid. Why are you doing what you do? Front door. Y'all, everybody, you always know if someone comes in my house. You always know. because it'll always say it. But all paranormalists believe that ghosts are real, but we don't all agree on how to investigate that, right? We don't all agree on how to obtain evidence of that fact. Um, like you're never gonna see me on an investigation with a dowsing rod in my hand. It's just never gonna happen. You're never gonna see me on an investigation with L rods in my hand, or crystals, or what was the one on the TV where the guy he sucked the breath out of a frog and blew it into a glass vial and wore it around his neck. You're never gonna see me with a glass vial with frog breath in it. And you're certainly never going to see me with a glass vial with snake venom in it, because they don't do anything. Might make a neat gag gift for women who crystal balls. John, you so bad. You so bad. women who crystal balls. I guess that depends on what you define crystal as, right? If it'd be good or bad. There's one definition of crystalline balls that would be good, and there's another definition of crystal balls that would be bad. So what is she really doing when she crystals balls? So you just have to know what the definition is. I'll never know if that is. I don't blame him. I don't blame you. Oh, it's too funny. But I don't know what else we can say. The paranormal side of that, mythological side of the skinwalkers were kind of close to what the Cherokee felt about skinwalkers. It was just an animal, like a liger or something like that. It was an animal that could shapeshift into any animal. There was even some belief that the skinwalkers, on the mythological side, that they could actually not only go from animal to animal, but they could go from animal to human as well. So that, and that's where you get stuff like werewolves, which would be a form of skinwalking or shapeshifter. So, but the ufology side of the paranormal aspect of skinwalkers was probably one of the most interesting, because what it said is these skinwalkers could display themselves as their true form, or they could display themselves as a human. Where a lot of people that believe in the Men in Black um, say that those are humanoids, or not humanoids. That's more along with Sophia. Um, but hybrids, human alien hybrids, um, that they could pose themselves as humans, and the reason that they wore the black suits with the black hats and the black glasses is because there were certain aspects of their appearance that they could not change, like their eyes. They had black eyes, and some of them even were supposed to be teardropped or ovaled black eyes, huge oval black eyes. Um, Others people say that, like the black-eyed kids, that the Men in Black also just had blacked out eyes. That was something that the uh, the hybrids couldn't change in their shape shifting, or couldn't change with their costuming. Was their eyes. Because there's two different beliefs, and I think I said that earlier on that. There's two different theories on the appearance of a skinwalker as it pertains to hybrids. Uh, there's a belief that they are shapeshifters, that they can go from their normal shape to to a human shape or to an animal shape, whatever they just so desire. And there's another theory that says that they cannot shapeshift, but they can put on a bio suit, if you will, a bio disguise that's on there. There's also a theory that they just look the way they always look, like square-jawed, big-chested, square-shouldered men um, with black eyes, and that's just the way they look because that they're hybrids. They're human. They're the result of aliens mating with humans. So be that as it is, whether it be male or female on whichever side. Uh, I personally, I don't believe that. I don't believe, but I don't do a whole bunch of ufology. That's why CAPI doesn't really study, or really doesn't go into ufology. Because when I was studying that, because I had to, it just didn't. I'm logical. Y'all know that about me. I'm skeptical and I'm logical. I want to know. I know ghosts are real because I've seen one. I've never seen an alien and I've never seen a UFO. I've seen a UFO, but I don't know if I've ever seen an alien, you know, interstellar UFO. I have seen objects flying in the air that I didn't know what they were. I've seen that before, and I've even seen a couple objects in the air, flying in the air that I didn't. To my knowledge, it wouldn't be possible for us to do what those things did. But that's just to my knowledge. I'm sure before a lot of the planes like the the B-10, the B-2, before he came out, we didn't know he could do stuff like it does either. So I mean, I can't say for all certainty that just because I saw an airplane do something, or a light in the sky, let me put it that way, do something that normally I don't think an airplane would be able to do. It just doesn't mean it was because it was from another planet. It just means I didn't know that airplane could do that. So I certainly am not an airplane expert. Plus, I don't know what our government and other governments have. So if they don't want us to know, then it's none of our business. So, you never know. So I don't really study ufology for that reason because it's never been proven without a doubt to me to be real. Whereas spirits and entities have been proven. So that's what I kind of focus on. But I did like the skinwalker topic. That's why I wanted to talk about it tonight. And I liked the where do they go? That was another suggestion this week was to talk about where spirits go after cleansings. And nobody really knows where they go because there's no way to know. I know where one went because I invited him there and he's here now. So ever since I did that, we have undisputed proof that he's, amongst us, that he's here. So, we have seen things. So, are using the biological material they took during abductions. Yeah, I mean, there's a million different theories out there, John, and I agree with that. That's possible as well. Maybe that's why the abductions took place, was so that they could obtain that material and that knowledge, and that so that they can evolve into something that would be visually accepted by us. Who knows? But like I said, that's why we don't really, CAPI really doesn't get into that because it's just so far-fetched, I'm not saying that alien existence is far-fetched. I'm just saying all the legends that we've come up with, or it could be bunnies. Yeah, it could be bunnies or field rats. You never know. uh, I do believe that there is extraterrestrial life. I think that there's life on other planets besides Earth. Um, and the reason I say that is because if it's not, then that's a lot of freaking wasted space. Why do we have all that space up there if we're not going to use it? So who knows? But on the where do they go side, I've done a little research about that, and I've read so many different things, and it just gets me about the paranormal. I think Spy was talking about it last week about how people can come into the paranormal, and they say they're an expert because who's going to refute them? You know, I mean, I can sit here and tell you all the BS that comes to my mind, and who's going to refute me? I mean, where's your proof that I'm wrong? You know, that's the bad thing about the paranormal. That's why I don't teach anything or instruct my team on anything that I read in a book or I learned during studying. You know, or, I mean, I don't do that. I do it, everything that I say about the paranormal and everything I do during investigations and what I want my team to do during investigations, that all comes from OJT, on the job training. It comes from real life experiences. That's how I get my information. I didn't get any of this information from a book. You know, all the crud that's floating around in my head didn't come from watching taps. It definitely didn't come from watching anybody on TV because that's all crap, even taps. It didn't come from watching Zach, which is John's favorite person. It came from my experience, my 40 years of investigating the paranormal. You know, my going out there and getting the scars and getting the disappointments and the excitements and the laughter and the cries and all that stuff. That's my wife is laughing because you said midgets, bunnies and midgets. I don't think they like to be called midgets anymore, Jonathan. I think it's little people now. Right? I don't know that for sure. I don't know any little people, so I can't ask them. That's just what I've heard. But so I mean, that's what CAPI is all about. We're about giving you the facts that we, as we know them from our experiences. Oh, because you said Taps and Zach. um, yeah, I definitely didn't come up with anything that I do from any of those people. That's a fact. Matter of fact, anything you see on TV, do the opposite, and you're probably going to be right. Okay, that's my best. I've never thought about that. That's my best advice on paranormal ghost hunting investigations. My best advice I can possibly give you is watch anything you see on TV related to spirit investigations and do the opposite of whatever they did. And you're probably going to be a lot closer to the right than you are wrong, I promise you. So I guess I'm just being facetious. Taps, when they first started out, they had it going on. They did a lot of. I see my cat. It's like whatever you don't want them to do, that's what they're going to do. All right, Casper. This is Casper, y'all. They can see you. Good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. But kitty. uh, 9 times out of 10, if you just do the opposite of what they do. Now, like I was saying earlier, before Casper made his appearance. Hey, buddy. Every time I say his name, he looks up. Hey, buddy. What's up? But you made me forget my spot. Now you're gonna run away. He's escaping. He's showing you all his butt. But in their early times, they did pretty good. They did a lot of stuff that I agreed with. There was a few things like they used a lot of mediums and stuff like that. And I've done that, but every time I've done it, it's always turned out to be kind of like whatever. The focus gets more on when you use mediums and you're skeptic about that. You tend to focus more on whether they're telling the truth or not, or whether they're wacko or not, than you do the entire investigation. The actual investigation. And so that kind of draws your attention away from what you're supposed to be doing. So, you have to take that with what it is. So, what about all the equipment they use? When they first started out, yeah, it was. I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with their equipment when they first started out. They was using stuff like EVP recorders and laptop controlled camera systems and cameras and video cameras and infrared, FLIR cameras, forward looking infrareds. Um, yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with any of that they were using. I'm 100% all for a FLIR camera when it comes to paranormal, because we know there are temperature variances in areas that an entity is present. So I've wanted one of those all my life, so we just didn't. Those are super expensive, super, super expensive. But one of these days we'll have one. But it's some of the equipment that TV shows BS. Yeah, stuff like Frank's box and that re-utter system that they have where it's supposed to hear EVPs and then it repeats them back to you. A lot of those are just UHF radio frequencies, but people like jump on them and like go nuts over them because they're saying, "It said my uncle's name." No, it didn't. It said something different. That's just what you heard because you wanted to hear it. So, but yeah, it's just repeating. It's just regurgitating whatever UHF frequency it picked up at that time. So I don't believe in those. There's a new one out now that's just two radio statics. Um, there's no obtainable frequency to them. So yeah, the one that scans through radio stations, don't believe in those. Those are crap because they're going to pick stuff up. You're probably going to pick up a Mexican gospel channel, and it's going to sound like something you think it is because a lot of times the voices are very distorted and way off, and you can't hear them or anything like that. Oh, excuse me, you guys can do it. Go to your car. Don't use a handheld or a home radio system, but go to your car radio and put it on AM and just start scanning the channels. Don't hit scan because it's just going to keep going until it picks up a channel. But do your tune on your car when you're trying to tune it, and just go through each channel one by one and do a bunch of those. And you'll find that you start to hear stuff. You can make conversations come up when you do that. You can actually make them talk, and I've done that on the FM radio before. I've done it where they'll go in there and say, "You can buy a new car right now if you have erectile dysfunction," because I changed the channel and another commercial being on it says, "Have erectile dysfunction," So you can make them say different things. I've done that a lot. We used to do that a bunch with songs. We'd go to be playing a song on there. It says, "You ain't nothing but a," and he'd change the channel over to it, and then it comes back and it says, "Tear in my beer," So, whatever, So you can, but to go next time you're in your car and you're driving, uh, do it somewhere out of a town. Don't do it in a town where you're getting really good. Do it somewhere where you would normally not get very good radio reception. Like out in the country or something. Next time you're in the country, just switch your radio. You're driving, just switch your radio over to AM, and just don't hit scan so it'll scan until it finds a channel, because you can't hear the channels in between. So what I'm saying, it's just going to go to the next signal it picks up and stop. Actually, either turn your dial, or like my car, you push a button to tune it, one channel at a time instead of just hitting scan or search. Just hit the button just once, so it'll just change each. It goes from 100.1 to 100.3 to 100.5, 100.7, 100.9, 100 point, like that. And then just keep hitting it. And then on AM, not on FM, put it on AM dial, and just keep hitting it, and just listen to what you hear. If you hear someone say something, don't stop. Keep going. Don't stop because you hear someone saying something. Just keep going. And you're going to start to hear stuff. You're going to hear words come out because you're scanning those channels. Those Frank's boxes and that re-utters things and all that stuff like that, that's all they're doing. They're just scanning UHF frequencies, and sooner or later it picks something up. So yeah, don't get those. They're crap. Don't believe in them. All it is just picking up radio frequencies. Now there is a new white noise device. I don't remember the name of it. You can Google it, but it's. Ooh, sorry, yo. I don't know why I'm not sleepy. I just keep yawning. But get get there's a new one out that it's two radios and they're scanning each other's squelch. And that one I've done some research on it and it's kind of interesting. I may get one of those to check it out because it may be something there. It might be a good source for white noise. White noise does work. It provides an avenue. It provides that energy needed for an entity to use it to communicate. So white noise does work. I've seen white noise work, but just any white noise. You don't want to use a white noise that has ability to pick up a radio frequency because you're just going to pick up a freaking radio frequency. That's what it's supposed to do. So don't believe in all that crap. All right. He said enchilada, the ghosts are hungry for human flesh. Who said that? What about TV static? TV static on, yeah. And there's programs you can get for like a laptop too that'll just play static. I don't know why they wouldn't work. There's no reason for a TV not to work, but you still have that possibility. It would be good for your experience, but it wouldn't be good for your evidence. See what I'm saying? Um, Faces in the static. No, I don't believe in that. No, that's TV crap, John. Stop it. Stop it right now. You're getting bloody crazy now, aren't you? Yeah, no faces in that static. That's just silly. You talking about that frequency? Was that the name of it? Frequency? That show where the guy could see his dad's face and then the demon's face in the TV. Yeah, no, no. You're getting all Hollywood now, John. Stop it. Stop it right now. Um, Devil's advocate, yeah. Yeah, no, you're not going to get any faces or anything like that. But it can provide an avenue for their voice to be heard. So, TVs and radios using the static out of them, I just don't know. The only thing is like I said, you can use it for your experience, but as far as putting it down as case log evidence, no, you can't because remember to use something as case log evidence to be able to put it in there and use it as 100% without a doubt 99, 44, and 100 evidence. You have to be able to dispute every claim that a skeptic is going to make about it. Every natural claim has already got to be knocked down before you submit it as evidence, or it's going to, and with a TV or AM/FM radio, as long as you have those frequency diodes in there and they're able to pick up these sound waves, someone's always going to be there to say, you picked up that because it was on that station. It picked up that station. So, if anybody remembers the 70s and 80s like me, and you had to grow up with a black and white television that had rabbit ears that were wrapped in aluminum foil and taped to the ceiling, and the old pie pan. Anybody ever do that? We did that. We had the old pie pan that we flattened out and put a hole in the middle of it, and then you stuck it on the end of your antenna, and then you folded it in a little bit on the sides, and it became a little satellite dish. It actually worked. It really did. We'd get up there and turn that thing, and it would actually make the channels come in. We only had 3 channels first, then 4. But you turn it, and it would actually come, bring in a signal. But you remember those, and you could turn them, like we'd put it on the UHF channel, and I would turn it really slow. And then like sometimes you get between channels, and there would be something on. So, I mean, we used to pick up cable. When cable came out, we used to pick up cable stations doing that. You'd have to sit there and hold it because it was in between channels, but we'd pick up like cable shows. And sometimes you couldn't see them really good, or you could see them good, but you couldn't hear them good, or it was always something. But yeah, it can still pick up stuff. Real versus the fake. Yeah. Using twisty flashlights to get responses. I've talked about this before. National Paranormal Society says no, that we can't do. They did about a year ago. They said no more, about 2 years ago now. They said no to that. They can't use them anymore because people were saying, remember, To use it as evidence, you have to be able to take out everything that a skeptic can explain it with a natural cause. What International Paranormal Society says is if you twist those things, we still use flashlights, but there's a way to use them. But what you do is you take the flash. Y'all seen the twisty lights, right? Where you take the light end of it and you twist it, and it shines bright. It shines the light. Well, there's a technique you can do for that in the paranormal where you take that and you turn it to where it's almost on, but it's not on. And then you set it down somewhere and you ask questions and the light will come on and turn on and off. Well, what skeptics say about that, reason why Paranormal Society said you can't use it anymore, is because they're saying that if you twist it, is that twerking and twist at the same time? Somebody look that up. Twisting. Can you twist? It's like doing the twist while you're twerking. Like twist. Let's twist again. Like we did last summer. And then you have to kind of jake. You got to get your butt to moving up and down while you're twisting. It's like an oscillating light. I don't know. I'll have to see if we can find that somewhere. It's like you're twisting and you're twerking at the exact same time. Who can twerk? Can anyone twerk? We need to see about twisting and twerking. I don't know. Anyway, when you twist the light, you get it to just where it's off, right? Yeah, like mag-light flashlights are the little small ones, yeah. But definitely paranormal. What have I tuned into? But we're talking about twerking, or it's twerking. It's twisting and twerking. But you turn it to where it's just off but not on, and you set it down. What they're saying is it's able to make that connection because it's so close. It's able to make that connection. What I say is you can use the flashlight as evidence, but you have to set it enough. If you set the flashlight to where you twisted it enough to where it's off, but it's just a smidgen to on, you can either tap the light itself or tap the floor around it or shelf or whatever you have it setting on around it, and the light will come on. See what I'm saying? If it's twisted enough to where it can still make a connection and make the light come on, you can tap the light or the surface around it where you have the light sitting, and the light will come on. So that's how you know. Another way I say you can use flashlights for this is if your responses are coming, or the flashes are coming in response to what you're asking. I agree that you can turn a light to a point to where it'll come on in random intervals because it's making that connection because you've got it so close. But I've never seen a light that could do that and not come on when you tap around it. So every time we do it, anytime we use a light, when we set it up, wherever we're going to set it, whether it be on the floor, a shelf, a box, a cooler, whatever, staircase, whatever, we tap on the light itself and on the floor around it. I've even jumped up and down, like when I have one on the floor, I've jumped up and down on the floor next to it to see if it would come on. And it wouldn't come on because I had it twisted enough to where it would not come on. So if you've done that, and two things have to come into play for me to say yes to the light, is you've done that, plus the light's coming on in response to what you're asking. Okay, so yeah, while I do agree that light you can twist it to a point to where it's just on but not off, and just off but not on, and then it make a connection, but it's not going to come on at your will. You're not going to be able to, say, can you turn the light on for us? And boom, it comes on. Can you turn it back off for me? And then boom, it goes off. We've done that. We've asked, can you turn the light on? And it would come on. And we've waited 2, 3, 10 seconds to tell it to turn it back off. Or we've waited a minute to tell it to turn it back off. And then if it's real, it happens. It'll turn back off by itself. So on command cannot be just making little connections. So I still say go with the flashlight. You can definitely use the flashlight. It's a great yes or no one-sided questionnaire that you can use. So I say yes, go with the light. Don't say yes to the light. Don't go into the light. You're too young. I'll say yes to the flashlight. How about that? So, all right, guys, if there's no more questions, I'm going to call it a night. I think we've been on, how long have we been on? A while. I still have work, my job work to do. Oh, yeah, we've been on almost 3 hours. 2 hours and 49 minutes. I came on at 8:58. So, that's cool. We had a good show tonight. We didn't have a bunch of participation tonight, but we did have a good show. I'm glad. Remember, if you hadn't already done this, please go hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and a like would be very appreciated. If you haven't liked it, please go do that now. I know there's some people on right now because there's 6 people watching and only 2 people have hit like. So y'all go hit like for me. And then if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. All right. Good night, Donna. We love you. I'm going to Coleman tomorrow. Cool. I don't know where I'm going tomorrow. I'll let you know if it's Coleman, though. But, yeah, we'll see you next Sunday, Donna. Call me. And if you need anything, you know you can call me and John. And get up with Katie. She said for you to get up with her. She's going to get up with you, one of those two. Y'all work that out. And then, thank y'all so much for another successful show. We will be back on Sunday. A little teaser. I'm working on a guest host. I mean, a guest, not a guest host, but a guest to come on. So we'll get that done. We'll get that happening pretty soon. Love you guys. Y'all pray for Donna and her family. And we're going to pray that it's not cancer, not to cure her cancer, Serena's cancer, not to be with the family while they go through this, but we're going to pray for the impossible. We're going to pray for it just not to be anything. And or you do like me and you just pray for it just to go away tonight, just to be gone tomorrow. That can happen. Faith can make that happen. I'm alive and one of my children are alive right now because of that. So love you guys. Y'all have a great week, a great paranormal week, and I will see you guys next Sunday. And hopefully I will have some information on our investigation by then. I hope so. We're working diligently to make that happen for you, I promise. So God bless. Love you guys. We will see you next Sunday. All right.